Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds, and it's happening right now. Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Michael Durkin and Ken Adams.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Right Away. My name is Mike Durkin. I'm the Executive Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater here in New York, a town so nice, Ken, they named it twice.
And my name is Ken Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater in San Francisco. No, that's not true. I just wanted to be like you.
That works. It works. I'm sure it works. Listen, tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production between Ken's theater, Synergy Theater out there in California, and our theater here, Freestyle Rep in New York City, divided by two continents, but united in the belief that improvisation will just bring us all together, and it's a wonderful theatrical art form.
We started presenting Right Away in May of 2020 out of a desire to keep creative people creating together in spite of isolation and uncertainty. Now, as we all begin to step back into 3D life, it turns out that we cannot do without our little Right Away community that we have created here. We love it, and we're going to be here forever, as long as you'll come out and be here with us.
As long as you'll have us, we're going to be here. Now, here's how the show works. We have 5 playwrights, and they will have 45 minutes to write a brand spanking new play based on a suggestion. All 5 of them will get suggestions from you guys.
And while they're off writing, everyone in the audience, that's you, is invited to play some improv writing games with Mike and me. We think you're going to want to use paper and a pen or a pencil for this, so you can still see what's happening on your computer. So go ahead and get something like that you can write with. And after each game, we'll hear as many of you read out what you wrote as you can. So I encourage everybody to have fun tonight, read, share, come on screen. It's a ton of fun, and it's all for the laugh.
Yeah, now before we start and introduce tonight's playwrights, let's go through a couple of things, the little housekeeping things. For those of you who are participating over Zoom, we ask that you keep yourself muted and your video off for now. In a few moments, when we start writing the writing jam, we'll invite you to turn those videos back on. And we would love it if you would turn your videos on and join us. Now, this show is streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, so that when your video is on, you will be seen by all the people in the world. So if you're in the witness protection program or whatever, or haven't got your clothes on, we understand. But if you're not, get that video on, and so that we can see each other and encourage each other and applaud each other. It's a real fun thing. So listen, the last thing we wanted you to do is we're going to invite you to open up the chat feature, which you'll find right down here in the middle of your screen on your taskbar down there. And we'll be using that chat to get suggestions from, to get the playwrights going. And listen, right?
Yeah, great job. And speaking of playwrights, let's introduce those playwrights right now. Here we go. Our first writer is Kat Coppett. She is the co-director of Mako Improv Theater, performing and teaching on a screen near you. She's a former member of Freestyle Repertory Theater, where she developed and directed the full-length improvised musical format, Spontaneous Broadway. And I know Mako is back in the theater, live and in person, which is awesome and exciting. Please welcome Kat Coppett. How are you, Kat?
I'm great. You know, I had to trade in Synergy Theater because you guys went live and I don't get to be with you, which I was online, but it's nice to be back with Mako.
Well, you are always welcome back here with Synergy Theater as well.
I'll come out sometime.
All right, my friend, go on back into our writer's nook. Michael, won't you introduce our next player?
Well, next is a friend of ours, Heather Ledemian, is an actor, a playwright, a story doctor, a general practitioner. I don't think you're a general practitioner, but Heather has studied musical theater and writing at American University. And I say past tense has studied because, ladies and gentlemen, Heather, let me in, is graduating what, next week? Is that right?
In a few weeks, May 8th.
Oh, congratulations. We are so
Thank
very
you.
proud of you. We're so very proud. So what else? So the summertime, I say blow it off and have a crazy time. I don't know. What's up to
That's
you?
the plan. Beaches, roller coasters. That's it.
That's it. There you go. Well, Heather, you're going to write a good one tonight or a bad one. I don't care. We love you so much. Get out of here now. Get out of here.
And our next playwright is Laura Livingston. She is the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater. She developed and appears in Freestyle's video series Home Fooling, Teach Your Family to Play Improv Games with You. She directs scripted plays in New York City, and she has written a series of scripted plays responding to classic works of American literature, which has been produced in New York City at the Metropolitan Playhouse. Hello, Laura, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm lagging a bit.
Well, how are you going to use that sense of lagging in your writing tonight?
I'm going to write a play where people go, "Oh, wow."
Excellent job, which is just how I improvise, as a matter of fact. So. All right, Laura, go on back and we will see you soon.
Next is our good friend Lisa Gay Thompson, who has just completed her third season in San Francisco Bay Area's Monday Night Playground, where her short play 3 centimeters per second was staged this spring. I saw it. It was wonderful, fun backstage kind of play. It was wonderful. Her play Lucy in the Clouds, which, by the way, ladies, is going to be in the Incubator showcase this summer. And where did you write that Lucy in the Clouds, Lisa?
I wrote it right away. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Pulitzer. I call him Pulitzer. That's what I say. All right. Have a good time. Good. Thank you, Lisa, for it's just wonderful. Thank you.
And our final playwright of the evening is Laura Balfe. Her improv career began in Seattle with unexpected productions at the Market Theater. She has been performing and teaching with Freestyle Repertory Theater since 2001. Her play, Where's the Baby? Parenting in Pieces, recently received a stage reading at the Barrow Group, and she is just one of the most awesome people in the world. Please welcome Laura Rodriguez Balfe. How are you, Laura?
Oh gosh. Oh, I should change my name to be like my playwright name or something. I don't know. That should be like that like makes me professional or something, right? Look at this.
Absolutely. Laura, tell everybody, what is your preferred way of writing a first draft, a computer or pen and yellow paper?
Definitely computer, although I am afflicted with the need to backspace spelling errors and things like that, when really first draft, right? You should just keep on going, keep going. But man,
I
understand.
I
don't know. Maybe tonight my first draft will be a big jumble.
I'll tell you what, Laura, stay right there because we're going to bring the rest of our playwrights back out onto the screen. Audience, this is when I ask you to open your chat feature if you haven't already done so. Each playwright's now going to ask you for a suggestion to kickstart their play. And when they do, if you have an idea, write it in the chat. Kat Coppett, take it away.
Well, in the spirit of improvisation, given our pre-show conversation, I would like to ask for your favorite word, please.
Oh.
All right, everybody, please type your favorite word into the chat. I'm trying to think of that word Michael taught us earlier. What was it?
Kludges was the word. Refrigerator, I see. Oh, wait a second. I saw Hanukkah. Now there's a word. There's a word we need.
I'm going to take Hanukkah because I don't know what it means, but I will find out. And serendipity. I will take serendipity and Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah. Okay.
All right. Heather Letterman, take it away.
Can I please get something that someone would wish for on a shooting star?
Oh, that's
Oh, man. Everything you say, I love.
Oh.
Thank you, Mike.
What is something someone might wish for on a shooting star?
A lover.
Wish for a lover.
Oh, a lover.
Or ice cream.
Ice cream.
same thing, really, right?
Obviously.
In
Well,
terms of
I think
licking,
that sounds.
superpowers. Oh, that's
Oh, lovely. To grow up a white picket fence.
all
Awesome.
these are all these.
Oh,
Um,
Hanukkah.
All right, now Patty, come on now. Hanukkah? Yeah, is that
All right,
Um,
Heather,
I
which is going to be?
I think I have to take the first two, a lover and ice cream.
A lover and ice cream. All right, Laura Livingston.
Well, here's my story. If you haven't run across me on right away, I've just discovered that I am the worst typist. I thought everyone struggled like I do. And I would write every rough draft on a piece of paper, but I can't in this show. So to help me out, I would like to use other words things that other people have typed. So here's what I would like, audience, is I would like for you to name a well-known work of fiction. Could be a poem, a play, a book, but something that is in the public domain, meaning that I can go on Google and find it. And I will appropriate swaths of it in my play just to make sure I've got more than a page here.
I came up with an idea.
Man and Superman.
I came up with the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I thought I would just throw that out there. I think I've spelt rhyme Inferno. I like that. Man and Superman. Oh.
I'm getting all these from the playwrights.
Well, the Grapes of Wrath. Oh, that was from Ken. Okay.
Yeah.
We're trying to Catcher in the Rye, a good one. I can't quite read that one.
Because they're not
Invisible Man.
Catcher in the Rye and The Invisible Man.
Ooh,
are all great ideas, but they're not going to be a doll's house.
Are you looking for like a piece of drama or
anything? But it's got to be something that like I'll find on Project Gutenberg. The Bible. That's from Lisa, though. I'm looking for real people here.
Wait, I got one. A Dylan song. I got a Dylan song. Jack of Hearts.
These are getting better and better. I better go to but you know what? I'm dithering now. I've got Jane Eyre, Jack of Hearts. I'm not going to find that. Nicholas Nickleby. I wonder. All right, I'm going to go with Jane Eyre because that's the here. Wait, there's two more. Hang on.
Great Expectations, The Rainbow Connection.
I'm going with Jane Eyre because that's what I said I would do. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go.
Okay. All right.
Very good. Let's see. Lisa Gay Thompson, take it away.
I'm in a first line kind of mood. So a first line and a genre or a mood.
A genre and a first line.
All right, a genre, a style of movie. There we go. Oh, a comedy.
I was born. My dog loves Mozart. Is that the door? Slapstick. Love it.
What are some other genres of movie that you like to watch, everybody?
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, keep them coming.
Ooh, Western is good.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with I Was Born and comedy.
I Was Born in comedy. All right, you got it. Thank you very much. And Laura Valby.
All right. Here's mine tonight. What is a reason other than having to write a play in 45 minutes that you would have a cup of coffee at 7:30 at night? I'm on the East Coast, so for you West Coasters, 7:30. Some reason somebody would have a cup of coffee at 7:30 at night, and I will sip my coffee while they come in.
Term paper due. You're constipated. Third shift on the job. It could be all of those things.
Yeah.
Ooh, exams are big.
Watch a 3-hour opera. Have to watch a 3-hour opera. 5-minute dating rounds. Oh man.
Ooh, late night flight.
So, these are all late night flights, sudden call to perform. All of these are amazing. And the one that kind of got me was 5-minute dating rounds. So I'm going to go with 5-minute dating rounds. I guess everybody get ready to be in the cast. Although this would be less than 5 minutes. So it could just be
I
one
got-
5 minute. Oh,
All
dear.
right.
Already
Boy,
thinking
In,
about
uh,
I didn't even know what that meant. You know,
in a few
5 minutes.
moments, we're going to send these writers away for 45 minutes. Then they're going to come back. And after our jam, we are going to hear the world debut of the plays that they have written. Before we send them away, let's go back through and everybody, please remind us of your suggestions. Kat Coppin.
My words are serendipity and Hanukkah.
Heather, let him in.
My suggestions were a lover and ice cream.
Laura Livingston.
Jane Eyre.
Lisa Gay Thompson.
The first line, I was born, and comedy.
And Laura Valpy.
5-minute dating rounds.
All right.
we
Michael
have it.
Durkin, are you ready to set your timer for 45 minutes?
I've already done it. And if you're ready to give the ready, make, get, set, go kind of thing, I'll hit the start button.
Sounds good. All right, here we go. Ready, set, right away. All right.
Well, you know, I think we can only give them 40 minutes because it took us so long to get the suggestions.
Yeah, right. All right, take it away, Michael.
Well, listen, everybody, as our writers are going off to their little writer garrets, at this point, turn your videos back on, turn your everything on, and just come on back. It's so good to see a lot of you. So many of you are familiars to me. Terry, it's good to see you. Yeah. And I know that there's I know my friend Patty is out there. She always, Karen is someone, not only do I know her, I've had dinner with her. Yeah. And just a quick reminder, once again, especially to you, Zan, particularly to you, that we are being broadcast live. And I know that you've had some trouble with the law in the past. I don't want to bring it up, but whether or not you want to stay on, that's up to you. But I encourage everybody. What's that?
I didn't think it reached this country.
That's right. That's right. There was that whole, what do you call that when they try to get criminals from one country to the other? What do they call that?
Extradition.
Yeah, there was that extradition thing going on. So join us or not, whatever. But we're about to launch into. Ken, do you want to do the first exercise?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to do it. Listen, everybody, just have a grand old time. All right, I'm going to play along, I think.
All right. So when we improvise, we play by certain rules of improvisation. The way Synergy Theater phrases those are be spontaneous, which means just say the very first thing that pops into your mind. Make your partner look good and build on your partner's ideas. When we write, we do the same thing, except we are our own partner. So that's how we encourage you to have fun tonight. When you get a prompt or when you get a writing assignment, just go ahead and let the very first thing that pops into your mind come right out and right on the page without thinking about it or editing it at all. So in order to get started, we're going to do a simple exercise called 3 questions. I'm going to ask a question and you're going to write the answers, but these will be make-believe questions about make-believe people. So for example, don't write this one. I might say something like, where was she going? And then you might say she was going to work. Whatever pops into your mind. And then I'll ask a second question and a third question. Then we'll just read out what we wrote. Nice, short, simple, and spontaneous. Are you ready? Yes, you are. All right, here we go. Who was walking through the woods? Why were they walking through the woods? What did they find lying in that ditch? There you go. See how easy that was? Now we're just going to read out what we wrote. Hey, Terry, why don't you go first for us? I will say the question and you say the answer. All right, here we go. Who was walking through the wood? Oh, I'm sorry.
No thinking, no editing.
No thinking, no editing. Who was walking through the woods?
Walter,
Why were they walking through the woods?
he was looking for his motorhome.
And what did he find in the ditch?
A hedgehog.
Excellent job. That's exactly how it works. Hey, Karen Harrell, won't you go for us? Who was walking through the woods?
Miranda the magician.
Why was Miranda the magician walking through the woods?
She lost her rabbit Harry.
What did she find in the ditch?
Her husband Merlin.
Excellent job. All right, Zan, won't you get ready for us? Here we go. Zan, who was walking through the woods?
A bear
Why was this bear walking through the woods?
foraging for food.
And what did this bear find in the ditch?
A pair of shoes, because they always go barefoot. So he found a pair of shoes.
Oh,
Barefoot. That's very funny. All right, Cheryl, here we go. Cheryl, who was walking through the woods?
A 6-year-old child
Why were they walking through the woods?
to find a wild animal to make a pet.
And what did they find in the ditch?
A dead unicorn.
Oh!
Oh.
The last unicorn.
Well, that's what happens when you try to domesticate wild animals. See, that's the cautionary tale. Excellent job. You folks are enormous. So we're going to do this one more time, but now it's going to be 6 questions.
Oh.
And it's going to have more of a completion of a story with a beginning and a middle and an end. So again, you don't have to do anything different. Just be spontaneous. Make your partner, that's you, look good and build on your partner's idea. That's you as well. I guess I'm your partner too, so we'll make each other look good. All right, here we go. Why did Myrtle have to get up early? Why did she wake up late? What was the first thing she did when she woke up and realized she was late? What time was it? What was the weather outside? How did her day end? All right, excellent job. Thank you very much. Let's, why don't we just zip around? We'll go in the reverse order. Cheryl, are you ready? Here we go.
I am, yes.
Cheryl, why did Myrtle have to wake up early?
To pack for her next adventurous road trip.
Why did she wake up late?
She was in the middle of a really good dream.
What did she do as soon as she woke up?
Panicked.
What time was it?
7:30 a.m.
What was the weather?
Rain, but refreshing rain.
How did her day end?
Perfectly. She postponed her trip for the next day.
See, life isn't so hard. Just roll with it. Awesome job. All right, Zan, here we go. Why did Myrtle have to wake up early?
She had to catch a subway train.
But why did she wake up late?
She went to bed late.
What did she do when she woke up?
She washed her fur.
What time was it?
9 o'clock.
And what was the weather outside?
It was snowy.
And how did it all end?
She went to sleep on her favorite kitty bed.
Beautiful job. Thank you so much. You're all doing an awesome job. Karen Harrell, are you ready for us?
Yes.
All right. Why did Myrtle have to wake up early?
She had a job interview in the city.
Why did she wake up late?
Her cat turned off her alarm.
What did she do as soon as she woke up?
Screamed, "Oh no!"
What time was it?
10 a.m.
What was the weather?
It was raining cats and dogs.
How did the day end?
She went back to bed.
Oh my goodness. All right. And Terry, bring it home for us. Why did Myrtle have to wake up early?
Because it was yard sale weekend.
Why did she wake up late?
Because it was a full moon and she couldn't sleep.
Well, what did she do when she woke up?
Brushed her hair and teeth.
And what time was it?
8:10.
What was the weather outside?
Overcast and wet.
And how did her day end?
She ended the day with a large dresser packed onto her golf cart.
Excellent, excellent job.
I
Well, give yourselves a Zoom round of applause.
Well,
That was, fantastic.
I think Patty raised her hand. Now she's not visible, but I think Patty might want to read.
All right,
And I
thank
know-
you for Patty. Is
and I
that
know
right?
I
Are you
do.
with us?
I put my hand up because the first lady that read, mine was so similar, and I just thought it was so ironic that we were so close.
Well, can we hear it?
Okay,
All right, here we go. Hey, Patty, why did Myrtle have to wake up early?
she was running away from home.
Why did she wake up late?
She stayed up all night packing.
What did she do as soon as she woke up?
She climbed out the window.
What time was it?
7 a.m.
What was the weather?
Cloudy and rainy.
How did her day end?
Smiling as her Greyhound bus pulled into Chicago.
But I
Awesome job.
want to read mine.
All
I'd
right,
like
here
to-
we go.
Go ahead.
And Patty, just pipe up if I ignore you again. I'm very sorry. I didn't notice you raise your hand.
No, that's okay.
All right, here we go. Michael Durkin, why did Myrtle have to get up early?
It was her first day at a new job.
Why did she wake up late?
Karen Harrell, the damn dog pulled the alarm clock out of the wall.
What did she do? What did she do as soon as she woke up?
Myrtle struggled to find her glasses.
What time was it?
It was 8:30 in the morning.
What was the weather outside?
It was snowing.
And how did her day end?
Everybody else in the office was late except for Myrtle.
Oh,
Awesome job. All right, guess what? Our writers have been writing for 10 minutes already.
I forgot.
And yeah, so you know what that means? That means we are going to send them back our first suggestion. So we're going to get a suggestion that all of the writers will have to incorporate into their play, and we're going to text it to them on the phone. So Michael, do you have something that you'd like to ask for, or should I come up with one?
Well, I'll just come up with right now.
Go ahead.
All right. A character comments on another character's choice of clothes. What is that? What do they say? Or what is the choice of, what are the articles of clothing or I don't know what I'm not quite sure what I'm asking.
That's right.
but,
So it's a line of dialogue in which one character remarks on
Exactly.
another character's clothes. What is that line of dialogue?
Do we
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it
yeah.
out loud or put it in the chat?
Oh,
Put in the
just
chat.
say it out loud. Why don't you?
Okay. I didn't realize that burlap and lace were in this year.
burlap and lace.
And lace, yes.
Terry has said Donna Summers much.
Don't you have a mirror?
Burlap and lace were in this year. All
Patty, I
right.
think. Oh, you got that one?
Yep, I just sent that back,
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
and we are all good. And Michael, take it away with the next exercise in our jam.
Well, listen, I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about a situation I was in today. I thought to myself, something had happened, and I thought, geez, I wish I had known back then what I know now.
Wow.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it happened to me yesterday as well, because and a couple of days, in fact, it happens to me often. I often think, geez, if I only knew back then what I know now. So I wondered if over the next couple of minutes, we all might take some time and write a short note, a letter to our young self. and with whatever kind of guidance or admonition or whatever, if we just take a few minutes and write a short note to our young selves, okay? So,
all right. How much time do we have, Michael?
I think well, maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Okay. So
all right.
I'll shut up.
You want to give us an official ready, set, go?
Ready, get set, and they're going already. I can see them writing already. I think we have about 1 minute, a little bit more than 1 minute. Okay. Yes. I think it's the Bare Naked Ladies. Do they have a song? I wish that I knew that what I know ever when I wish that.
When I was younger,
What is it?
I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger.
That's right. That's it. Is that Bare Naked Ladies?
I doubt it,
Oh,
but I don't know.
All right, are we ready?
how introspective did we get, Ken?
I don't know. Do we have a volunteer who would like to read first? Go ahead, Cheryl.
Be kind. Enjoy your life on your terms. Choose people, places, and activities that bring you joy. Do not allow yourself to be robbed of your joy. There are two groups of people watching you live. One wants to see you trip and fall, and the others cheer you on. Know the difference. Treat yourself and others like royalty. The end.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. That was wonderful, Cheryl. That was wonderful. Oh dear.
That was really beautiful.
Anybody? I got one. Ken, did you write one?
Well, I did, and I will read it, but I did just want to say, it does take some time to learn that you don't need to spend time with people who drag you down, right, Cheryl?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Who else? Terry, anything?
Sure, I've got lots of good
Oh,
advice.
let's do it, Terry.
All right, mine is kind of a list that I've made for myself that I actually go by. Grooming advice: never shave your face. That's a female.
Something I follow quite often, Terry.
That's a female thing. Number 2, don't smoke the seeds. Give you a headache. Ask for what you want in life because they can always say no, right? Butter makes everything taste better. And this is advice that I would give to my daughters. Marry a man who can either A, fix your car or play the piano. One or the other. And then, of course, I take from music, follow your arrow wherever it points.
That's awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful. Zan? Oh,
Sure.
go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry. Ken?
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, Zan.
Whatever activity you do, no matter if it's playing ball or in school or being with the family, don't do it half-assed. Be there, be fully present, and do the best you can for that moment. And keep a diary so I can remember what the hell happened in those days as I read it later on.
How true, how true, how true.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Karen, let's dig into your
I followed the Terry school and made a list. So I went that route. Dear Karen, remember that. Don't take things so seriously. When something happens, many times it has to do with what's going on in the other person's life. Take on challenges and worry less about doing the right thing. Hold precious time with friends and family.
Oh,
wonderful. Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
hey, Patty, do you wish to read?
Yes, but it's very short. It's just one sentence.
All right, ready, go.
You'll be surprised how much this won't matter.
That could almost be a haiku. I mean,
Yeah,
somehow.
I don't think now. Patty's an associate, a friend of mine, and you may not know this, but she works at a fortune cookie factory.
Michael, were you going to write something?
All right, I'm going to do it just because, although I think it's a little revealing of a couple things. One, I think it's, I love my father. Rest in peace, Dad. But this is him. And the first one is the salutation is Dear Dimples, because that was my nickname all through high school.
Blackmail coming up.
So here it is. Dear Dimples, get off your dead ass. Nobody's going to do it for you. Be aggressive. You're a good kid, but soft. Toughen up. Lose the beard. It'll never grow. And lastly, as Polonius says, to thine own self be true. You're a good guy. Have a good life. Mike.
Oh, very, very nice.
Great.
All right. Well, everybody has been so sharing. I'll share as well, and then we'll move on. So here is mine. Dear Kenny, relax. It all works out quite well. Sometimes you will be on top of the world, and sometimes you will be struggling to climb back up from the bottom. But honestly, the top of the world is not that high. It's right there within your reach. And when you find yourself lying in the valley, just stand up and hop back on top.
Yeah. Good.
All right. My goodness. I feel like we all are very close friends now.
I'm sorry, but I have to leave.
No,
Close friends. I'm sorry. But it's been fun. Thank you very much.
Okay,
And good luck. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.
All right. Well, maybe not that close friends. All right. It is time for another suggestion. So Mike, you have something to ask for?
Well, I got something. Let's
All
see
right.
if this is, what do you think of this one? It's kind of trite, but sometimes it's fun. A sound happens that shocks the characters.
All right.
What
is the
sound is that? A sound. A fart, which is, I should have turned my microphone off. A frog croaks. You hear that?
Yeah, well, that was cool.
That's my beard. That's my bird. Oh, I like that one. Military helicopters overhead. Do you mind if we go with that one? That's
great.
All right,
I think
military.
that's a great one.
She'll scream. A good scream.
All right, military.
You guys are.
right.
We're having lots of fun tonight. But we always have fun.
Heard overhead. All
should
right. And we are ready for our next writing activity. Everybody ready? You want to shake out your hand? Shake out your
I'm
hand.
ready.
Shake out your
I'm
hands.
ready. I'm
All
ready.
right. This is called Describe the Place. So that's one of the challenges that a writer faces, how to what we call scene paint with words, create the environment with words. So I am going to give you a lead in, which will put you in a place. And then your job is to look out at the view in front of which I put you and describe it. You want to write maybe, I don't know, anywhere between 6 to 8 fast, spontaneous sentences describing the place, right? All right, so here we go. My setups will be pretty brief, so get ready to write. Here we go. She stepped on top of the mountain and looked out.
Uh-oh, my husband's in the garage. Can anybody hear that?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. He's got
All
a
right.
saw going.
Is that what
No,
you
you're
saw
good,
from
you're
the
good.
top of the mountain?
Yeah. All right. Let that one come to a close, and then we'll do 3 of these, and then we'll read them all out. So here we go. Then she went back into her rustic cabin and looked around the inside. And last one. And later, as the sun set, she took a walk in the woods. All right, let that come to an end. Well done. I can tell already. Why don't we read them by category? So we'll go around and we'll read our mountains out loud first. All right. If you're Patty, if you want in, tell me and I'll just include you when I call them out.
Yeah, you can include me.
All right, you got it. I'll tell you what, why don't you kick it off first, Patty? Patty, read your description of the mountaintop view.
She was amazed how fast the fog was moving through the valley. Then she went in the house and she looked for the shotgun he had left behind.
All
And
right,
the third
perfect.
is
I'm sorry, Patty. We'll just read one at a time. So is that your mountain view?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Cheryl, read us your view from the mountaintop.
She saw 3 bighorn sheep making their way up to her and smelled their musty, wet fur.
Beautiful
Ooh.
job. Karen, what's your view from the mountaintop?
The clouds were surging and brewing beneath the rocky peaks. The sun was highlighting the top of the clouds, and it looked like the meringue peak she made on the tart yesterday.
Gorgeous. Terry, please read your mountaintop.
She arrived at the top of the mountain and there was nothing but rocks for miles. Nothing but rocks. Blue sky and rocks.
Excellent job. Michael, did you do this or no?
I did.
All right, Michael Durkin, read us your mountaintop.
Below her, the glacial stream cascaded down the rocks, and large winged birds soared on the winds.
Whoa.
Beautiful. Beautiful job. Thank you. All right, Patty, what did she see inside her cabin?
She looked for the shotgun he had left behind.
Perfect. Cheryl, what did she see inside her cabin?
She smelled the thick smoke and saw gray charcoal in the middle of the floor. The
Ooh.
crumbs beside it were covered by red ants.
Nice job using the sense of smell as well. That's something I didn't think of to even suggest. Awesome. Karen, what did she see inside? What's the view inside the cabin?
The embers of the fire still glowed red. The smell of last night's fire hung in the air.
Oh my goodness, these are beautiful. You folks are good writers. Terry, what did she see inside the cabin?
In her mind, there were millions, if not trillions, of spiders under that sink. Perhaps a tarantula or a scorpion. She wouldn't sleep.
She's having a tough trip, Terry.
Yeah, rocks and spiders.
Maybe she did smoke the seeds after all. Michael.
The Pueblo Indian rugs hung from the logged walls. The dog laid sleeping at the hearth.
Oh, nice.
All right, last time around, Patty, tell us about the woods she was walking through.
Oh, she entered the woods and saw their bodies beneath the pines.
I like this story.
It's like they have different genres, the stories. That's awesome. Cheryl, go ahead, please.
In the darkening woods, she realized she was not alone as she heard rustling in the pile of dead leaves and wished she had remembered to bring her flashlight.
Oh, good.
Karen.
The woods welcomed her with a green embrace. A dappled deer drank and frolicked in the creek. A turtle dove sang a good night song.
Wow,
Beautiful.
that's beautiful. Terry.
She took a walk in the forest to not think about spiders. She would listen to the sound of rushing water and follow the cool mossy bank.
Oh, gorgeous job. All right, Michael, you have one to wrap it up?
I do. Terry, spiders, you like or don't like spiders?
I'm okay with them.
Oh, okay. I just
Yeah.
wondered. I just had a
I'm
question.
all right with them, but I know some people aren't.
I know. Here's my forest. The trees bent to the west and their branches swooped down to embrace her. And the quiet was raucous.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. That was fantastic. All right, they have 13 minutes left, I think, Michael. Just about 13 minutes left, yeah?
Okay.
All right, so how about this for their next suggestion? A character opens up a closet and takes something out. What do they take out?
Here we go. Get that chat open, or I guess we could say it out loud, right? A briefcase, says Karen, a briefcase. Well, I know a champagne glasses, an empty cereal box is nice. I'm going to say a funereal urn, or what do they call those with the ashes inside?
Urn.
An
An urn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Her mother's
right.
her mother's old wedding dress.
That's the one that has captured my imagination at the moment.
Okay.
How about we go with that one?
All right.
And takes out her mother's
Old wedding dress. Ooh, that's going to be fun.
We're not making it easy on these guys.
All right, I'm going to take out the pronoun. So if it's a character opens a closet and takes out mother's old wedding dress. That way it could be Norman Bates as well as.
Terry, Terry, we've, I think as we will tonight, we'll stick around after the last readings and talk about whatever we want to talk about in the writing. But it's always surprising how these, as a writer, and Ken is certainly as a writer in this, sometimes those are blistering obstacles that come our way every 10 minutes. And others, their inspiration, they kind of like, oh God, thank God. So you just never know. All right, here's my thought. So I'm reading the newspaper, and I'm reading the kind of that kind of way an article is written, like a late breaking kind of article is written. Who, what, when, where, how, why? Those kind of questions, those kind of journalistic questions. So I would like us to write kind of a hard hitting, what I would call a New York Post. I don't know in your communities if that means anything, but the New York Post is, headless body found in a topless bar. That that was a big banner headline a couple of years ago. So I mean, it's real kind of splashy. So I'd like us to read to write kind of a who, what, when, where, how, a journalistic article relating either a classic piece of literature that we might all know, or a fairy tale, or anything that would be common to us, or that would be, that we would kind of have a good feeling for it.
Hey, I have a suggestion. How about if we gave ourselves some suggestions? We can type in some fairy tales or some stories,
all right,
and then we can each pick whichever one we want.
That's fine. Let's get that chat open. There's a couple that I thought of.
And we should probably start soon though, because we only have 9 minutes left.
Okay. This is exactly Red Riding Hood. Jack and Jill was the one that I thought of when I was thinking about this. Cinderella, Moby Dick. I put that in there just to kind of take us into some kind of a literary place. Humpty Dumpty was another one that I thought of. Karen, you and I were in the ballpark together. The Wizard of Oz. These are so. Lolita, I like Lolita. I'm not familiar with the piece of literature, but with the concept, So I think let's grab one of these and spend like 4 minutes or so.
Right.
Can we do this?
Right.
We got it.
Are we doing just the headline? Is that
no? I think it's the article. It's the article. It's the first. It's the, what do they call that first 4 paragraph? That first 4 paragraphs.
First paragraph.
Yeah, the first paragraph that bang, 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 where it happened, when, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Cheryl.
One quick question, thank you. If we're pulling from a fairy tale, can we loosely base our article on it, or do you want the characters in it?
Absolutely, whatever you want to put down there is great. Here we go. Ready, get set. 4 minutes. Here we go, or 3 minutes, or whatever.
1 minute left. All right, we'd better stop so we have time to read some of these and then still. Now, before we jump in, we have 4 minutes left for the writers. So we need to toss them back. One more suggestion. One more suggestion. I'm giving them the 4 minutes left warning.
Okay. I got nothing.
Got something, Mike, real quick?
I don't.
All right, I got something.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, somebody pulls something out of their pocket and it changes everything. What do they pull out of their pocket?
The winning lottery ticket.
Ah, perfect.
Oh,
All right. Michael, how about if you get some people starting to read while I'm texting this back?
Let's see. I'm afraid to call on Karen because I think she and I did the same one. I just know we did. So I'm going to start with, so who would anybody like to go first, or can I just say, Cheryl, you want to read? Yeah, I'll go first, Cheryl.
Sure. The title of the headline is 3 goats named Billy are gruff after being trolled under the bridge. In Vegas, tourists are once again targeted when visiting Sin City. Fremont Street is always a melting pot of creepers and thieves, but this time yesterday proved that the law has lost all control.
That's
Beautiful, beautiful. Great headline. Great headline.
right.
Terry, what do you got there?
Okay, the price of eggs is soaring on grocery shelves this season as a gang of teens has created a new TikTok craze of pushing eggs off of tall walls. Even discount supplier Aldi has imposed a strict limit of 3 cartons per customer, priced at $7.99 a dozen. Egg Council President Humpty P. Dumpty commented, "These kids and their horses and all of their men are never going to be able to clean up this gooey mess."
Oh, priceless, priceless.
Karen Harrell.
It's a little rough. I went through 3 of them and then decided on Oz. So Girl Crushes Witches Party. Young Dorothy from Kansas made a grand entrance yesterday in Oz. She recklessly landed her house with a thud and squashed the dreams of the Wicked Witch of the West. Authorities have yet to decide if Dorothy and her little dog will face charges.
Perfect. Patty, do you have one?
Yeah, okay.
Go for it.
Okay, headline, Connecticut wasp can't find spouse. She looked lovely, but was very high maintenance. She was not easy to please, although everyone offered her whatever they had. Nothing was good enough for her. She claimed she had high standards, but she was actually just a snob. Her name, Goldilocks.
Good one.
Oh, you guys, this is way too much fun. Give another 10 minutes to write and we'll have some more fun.
They actually have just 1 more minute. Michael, if you have one, you want to squeeze it in?
Cracked egg gets the yolk. Yesterday afternoon, while precariously perched on the walls of the surrounding perched on the wall surrounding the kingdom, Humpty Dumpty fell and broke into pieces. Observers related that he was involved in his usual harangue about the restrictions placed on the public by the king. At the apex of his harangue, he noticeably tottered and fell, completely disintegrating and spreading himself across the sidewalk.
The end. Awesome job. And that's our 45 minutes. That's the end of our jam. You people are wonderful. I'm giving them the comeback text. Come back.
Nice going, you guys. This was just wonderful. I tell you. How much for? Oh, I'm just rambling.
No. I was going to say those two exercises we had never done before. The two that Mike brought us tonight, the one that we just did, and the letter to your younger self. We had never done those before. They were wonderful, Michael. Wonderful ideas.
Yeah. It was just, you guys are great. You guys are just having a good time. All right.
All right. I'm texting them furiously to come back.
Yeah, this is where they try
All
to squeeze it.
right. Heather is back.
All right, there she is. She's honest. Oh, there's that cat. She's honest too.
Heather, you would have liked the last exercise Michael had us do. We had to take a fairy tale and write it as if it was like a scandal sheet newspaper expose.
I do like that.
There were some great ones.
That sounds fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much for a fun jam, everyone. We are back.
Great.
Let's welcome our playwrights back.
I think
And
almost
now.
Yeah, everybody's back. Everybody's back.
Yep.
So
How did the writing go? Who has an enormous play to share with everybody? All right, I'm sure you do. Let's go. I'm supposed to be putting some stuff in the chat for.
Okay, and what I will do is I'll say over the next couple of minutes, or over the next exact 10 minutes. What time is it now? What time is it? 8:24.
It is 20 minutes after the top of the hour.
Okay. The playwrights are going to need some time to kind of email their scripts to each other. They got to cast their scripts. So we're going to take 10 minutes and have a little intermission. And while we're there, Ken's going to put our websites, Synergy Theater and Freestyle Rep, into the chat. And if you want to take a look at the stuff that both Synergy and Freestyle are doing, this would be a good time to do it. Also a great time to get yourself a little refreshment. Go to the bathroom, whatever you want to do. But listen, it was so much fun, you guys. It was so very much fun. Have a good 10 minutes. We'll be back at 35 minutes past the hour. And see you later, alligators. All right.
All right. And when we come back, we'll read those plays. I'll get the information to register for the next show at the top of Act 2. So I apologize. Okay. I wasn't ready for that.
All right. That's right.
and then we'll squeeze it in. All right. Playwrights, take it away.
I guess we start with who's on the top of the list here. We're going to start with Kat.
Kat, you're on mute, Kat.
Ken, would you play David?
Ken is playing David, yes.
And Laura Valpy, would you play Summer?
And then, is that it, Kat, the two characters?
That's it.
A two-hander. Heather?
Can I have Laura Valpy play 1, and Kat, can you play 2?
Another two-hander, Laura Livingston. Laura? Are you frozen?
It just turned off. My computer just turned off. So if I have a play, I would like for Ken to read Mr. Rochester, who is character 2, and Valpy to read Mrs. Wilson, who's character 1.
Oh, no.
We can use this.
That is so bizarre. What's happening?
We can do this here. Lisa Gay Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Ken, for Inspector McCheese. And Kat, can you play Hilda Ledbetter?
Yes.
All right. And Valps, bringing up the, not the rear so much as the denouement or whatever. You back with us, Laura?
She looks like she's moving now. I think she's there. Okay.
Am I back?
Great. Yeah.
If I'm in anyone's play, I don't know it.
Okay. Well, tell you what. I'll put you in my play. How about that? Because I was thinking about it right now. Tell you what, how about Michael Durkin? Will you please play the host?
I am already.
And Laura Livingston, how about you play Jessica? And Ken Adams, will you play Ben? And that's it.
All right.
We'll write that down. And then
I'm sorry, was I in anything by anybody else?
No.
Oh, fine. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Did you cast your play, Laura Livingston?
Yes, it is Valby and Ken.
Okay, good.
All right, you guys, we have 7 minutes.
Okay,
Hey, Mike,
I'm writing this
at
down.
the top of Act 2, you go ahead with your first host number 1, hey audience thing. And then after that, I will announce the next show and put the thing in the chat, and then I'll pick up there. So.
All right, so I'm going to do the host number 1 just the way it is.
Yeah. And
then you're going to pick up number 2 and do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, I was going to just, it seems to me that after the last play is read, I shouldn't even talk about it. I just always screw up the scroll. So I'm ready to do the scroll, I think. As always, I think. I'm just going to look at my share screen. It's there. You know, it's there. It's there. That's all I can say. And I'm ready to do a little speech and everything. So guys, I guess I'm going to get up, as my dad used to say, dear Mike, get off your dead ass. So that's what I'm going to say.
I think I'm not in any of the plays. Is that correct?
Sorry, I did not hear your name, but I wasn't really listening for it.
I'm usually the one that keeps track of that. And that
If Heather is in no plays and Laura, you're in a couple of plays, Heather can.
Oh, I don't mind. I was just clarifying.
That you're going to have to play a sort of, it's not too bad, but it is a like sort of dating scene with your dad. Are you okay with that?
It's all acting, I suppose.
Okay, good. It's not too bad. It's only at the very end. It's not like a kiss or anything.
It's all right.
Now, I've only seen Heather's and Lisa's come through. Is that right?
I'm sending it right now, but I'll make it. But Heather, why don't you read in the play? Okay.
Okay. What am I reading? Sorry.
Your summer in my play. I'll write it on the play.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's coming now.
Okay, and I'm looking for Laura Valby's. I don't see that yet.
I just sent it. So try it one more time. Hopefully.
There you are.
Great. And what time are we back? Do I have 2 minutes?
Yeah, we're back at 5 minutes after the bottom of the hour.
Okay, great. Before I run over there real quick. So Kat, I'm not in yours, but Heather, I believe I'm number 1 in yours, and Livingston, I'm Mrs. Wilson. Is that correct?
And Mrs. Wilson is number 1 in mine as well.
Number 1. Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay, be back in a couple minutes. Maybe less.
Did people receive Valpies? Got it.
I'm in Valpies
Yes.
too.
I got it.
Rotate. Hey, Valves, is that the extent of, oh no. I thought for a second that was the extent of my role, but I get to say it again.
Nice work in the jam, Michael.
Hey, thank you, buddy. You too. You do. And they really had it seemed like a good time. It seemed like a fun time. I did not expect, not that I expected one way or the other, but the newspaper articles, geez,
That was really fun.
they really were fun.
I
didn't
did not yet make the registration link for the next right away, so I'm not going to be able to put it in the chat, but I'll just mention it.
Okay. All right.
May 23rd, right?
May 23rd. Chris Marshall. I think I might say that. I think that's in my rigmarole.
Do you have something about it? All right.
Yeah, the only thing I got is the date and that Chris is doing it.
All right.
Everybody's got somebody sometime.
All right, 1 minute, everybody. 1 minute.
Oh, that Laura Livingston. She better get back here.
Kat, the name of my character in your play is David.
Yes, isn't that right?
I don't I don't have it open at the moment. I just
Oh, okay.
I have it open, then that is correct.
I thought you were looking at it being like, there's no David in this play.
and Ben. All right.
Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your heart just tell me. Is it time? We can't be time yet. We're missing a writer.
Yeah, I say we have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Somebody just kind of striding through the room here.
Heather, are you staying in the same apartment?
No, we're actually going to try and get a 1-bedroom. We have just a studio that me and my roommate right now. So we're staying in the same area, but trying to upgrade a little bit. We'll see.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Peoples.
All right, let's go. Michael Durkin, take it away.
Listen, audience, are you there? I hope you're all back and that you have your refreshments and you're just back with us. And while you're gathering, let it take time to remind you and to ask you, invite you to join us for, if you haven't already, to come to our our Facebook page called Right Away After Words. It's for people who've been joining us here at the performance and just want to continue a conversation about writing and in general, or about the show, or even to add, or perhaps put something in that you didn't get to read, whatever. It's the Facebook page Right Away After Words.
And our next performance of Right Away, our next show, is next month on May 23rd. And we're going to have a host of wonderful writers for you, including Chris Marshall, who has appeared with us many times in the past. And he is a television writer. He has written with his partner, Sam Johnson, for Beavis and Butthead. And currently they're writing for What They Say in the Shadows.
What we do in the shadows.
What we do in the shadows. So come back on May 23rd to see another performance of Right Away. Now, we're going to have our plays debuted right here for you. We ask.
And let me just can I jump in for just a second?
Yes, please.
At the end of the play, if you choose to, you all pop your videos back on, and let's kind of do a little, if you choose to, a little clapping and show we love our audience. We love our audience. So if you get a chance to do that, I'm sorry, Ken, go ahead, buddy.
That's all right. I was just going to say that during the readings of the plays, please keep your cameras off. And if you would like to make sure that you only see the actors on stage, you want to click on hide non-video participants, which you can do by moving your cursor to the lower left, click on video options, then scroll down to that hide non-video participant selection and check it off. That won't affect what the rest of us see, and then you will see the play as it was intended to.
Excellent, 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 excellent. So why don't we, should we review the suggestions that we, the audience, sent into the to the writers? So Ken, I hope you got them because I forgot to write them down.
I've got them right here. The first was a line of dialogue, which was, I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year. Then the second was a sound cue, military helicopters are heard overhead. The third was a stage direction, a character opens a closet and takes out mother's old wedding dress. And then finally, the last suggestion was somebody pulls the winning lottery ticket out of their pocket.
So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kat Coppett, I believe you will be presenting your play. Have a good one, everybody.
We'll be doing that. And I bring you Ken Adams and Heather Ledemian. Is that right? Ledemian. In Serendipity, the setting is a diner, mostly empty, late at night. Summer sits in a booth, her face stained with tears, working on her third milkshake and picking at a plate of fries. David, her server, the only one in the place, comes by.
Still working on that?
Yes, thank you.
Feeling any better?
Yeah, maybe a little.
That's good.
No, not really.
David slumps with half exasperation, half compassion, and then sits down in the booth.
Aw, hell, it can't be that bad.
It's really that bad.
Well, I really think you might as well tell me. I mean, the strawberry milkshakes aren't helping, and they always help.
They always help.
I know. You told me a milkshake and a half ago. That's my point. If they're not helping, you might as well not spill the milkshake.
Milkshake. Yeah, I'm tracking. I'm just so embarrassed.
Come on. I bet I've got you beat.
I bet not.
Ha! Accepted.
What?
Bet. Accepted. You tell me your embarrassing moment, and I'll tell you mine. Most embarrassing story wins.
Wins what?
The milkshake. No. Okay, no milkshakes. How about a cheeseburger? Okay. Okay, no food.
I'm sorry. It's not you. It's just. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll tell you. Here's the thing. Tonight, I was supposed to have a special holiday dinner with my boyfriend's family. My ex-boyfriend's family, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is rough. He dumped you on a holiday?
Not exactly. I guess I should have known things were not going to go well from the start. I was so excited for everything to go perfectly. I brought a gift. I bought a new dress. Anyway, I showed up and I thought everything was going well. But then when I went to join his mother and sister in the kitchen to see if I could help them, I heard his sister say to his mom, I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year.
Ouch. Yikes.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice, was it?
No.
But the thing is, I really did look like I was wearing a sack next to what everyone else was wearing. And when I went into the kitchen to help, I saw that they were just pointing to things and giving orders. They had a whole mess of staff to order around. How silly I was to think they were preparing the food.
That's not silly. Most people...
It was silly. I should have known when I walked into that house and the valet took the car. certainly when Max came looking for me.
Max? Max is the name of your boyfriend?
Was!
Go on.
When he came looking for me, he certainly told me how foolish I was for thinking I could be helpful like that.
Yep.
What?
Nothing. Just sounds like a Max.
Military helicopters are heard overhead.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about that. That's just nothing. So what happened next? I really don't think offering to help with dinner that's being made by staff is such a big...
Oh no, it was so much worse. You see, I'm not.
What?
I'm not Jewish. And this was a big Hanukkah dinner and a sort of a test.
A test? You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I know it's crazy, right? But Max's family has this tradition. The men in the family are allowed to marry non-Jews, but they have to pass this special test in which they
run the holiday trivia gauntlet.
Yes. What? How could you possibly know that?
And then if you pass,
Max's mother would present me with her.
Hold on. Wait.
David runs off to the kitchen to the break room and comes back with his mother's old wedding dress.
With mother's
old wedding dress? How do you know that?
Max is my brother.
The sound of helicopters has gotten louder. We hear them landing outside.
But I don't understand. Why do you have the dress? What are you doing here waiting tables?
I had just had it with my sadistic, self-absorbed, crazy family. Last time they broke up one of my relationships, I swore I would never again let that happen. I stole my mother's dress so she could never trap an unsuspecting bride. And I ran away and invested my money in lottery tickets.
David pulls a winning ticket out of his pocket.
With the winnings, I started a country on a small island and promised to make a safe and gentle place for all families and relationships.
Wow! But how did you end up here?
I figured the only way to find love was to eschew my money and power and trust fate to bring me true love.
And?
A helicopter awaits.
Really?
Am I too presumptuous? I thought we felt a certain spark.
Yes, I think perhaps I could commit to a helicopter ride.
They get up to leave.
Just out of curiosity, what got you on the quiz?
Spelled Hanukkah, Honuka.
Curtain. Thank you.
That was the word. Was that the word?
Serendipity and Hanukkah. I forgot to say Hanukkah and Hanukkah, which is the only thing I could find when I Googled it.
Well, that was awesome. All right.
Yeah, we should remind the playwrights to
suggestions.
Tell us what their suggestions.
And serendipity and HON.
Heather.
My words.
Heather, you are up and ready and have a grand opening night.
Thank you, Mike. All right, this is getting my computer set up. My suggestions were a lover and ice cream, and so welcome to the world debut of Lovers and Ice Cream. Jacqueline and Mary are in their cabin.
Darling, please.
You can't stop me.
You're being silly.
Why is it you always say I'm being silly? I'm not being silly.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I am not.
You're not pleading your case very well.
Well, you're setting me up to fail.
I think you do that quite well on your own, dear.
You see? This is why I need to leave.
No, please.
You're mean to me.
It's not mean if it's true.
Jacqueline, You leave me speechless, truly and utterly speechless. I couldn't say another word if I tried. I swear that.
What happened to being speechless?
Very well, that's enough.
Mary,
What?
would you get me a vanilla cone?
You want me to buy you ice cream?
You're going to the truck, aren't you?
I'm the one who's upset. You should be buying me ice cream.
But you're the one who wants to throw a tantrum and storm out of the house to walk around until the ice cream truck comes by. So it appears we're at an impasse.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
We've been fighting since 10 in the morning because I wouldn't buy you ice cream.
You really think we've been fighting about the ice cream?
Yes, you nearly threw an empty cone in my face.
I did throw the cone in your face.
Well, you would have if you had better aim.
We couldn't all have mothers who played catch with us in the yard.
It's not as though I'm upset you missed my face in your vengeful attempts at athletics. I only bring it up as evidence to what we're fighting about.
Things aren't always about what they appear to be on the surface.
No?
No.
Really?
Well, why wouldn't you buy me the ice cream? Is that so much to ask?
Not that on its own, but when you pair it with the request that I quit my high-paying job to start a little ice cream shop business venture with you in the obscure parts of a forested highway, it makes me less inclined to help you enjoy some soft serve.
It's no worse than that farmer lingerie idea.
You're right. My apologies. I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year.
You never like any of my ideas.
Love, that's only because they are inane and impossible.
Well, what about the idea of us getting married? Was that inane?
Well, you didn't exactly give it a fighting chance by proposing in front of an abandoned mansion on the side of the interstate.
That could have been the home of our love.
Or the other time you proposed in my childhood bedroom.
I used a toy that was dear to your heart to represent how dear to me you would always be.
It was a jack-in-the-box, and the way you mutilated it to attach the ring nearly gave me a heart attack.
You aren't answering my question.
What question is that?
Does the idea of us getting married seem impossible to you?
If I buy an ice cream, will you stop asking?
Military helicopters are heard overhead.
Oh no.
Don't cry, Mary.
Military helicopters.
What did you do?
Nothing.
It's never nothing.
It's nothing.
Mary.
I told them we were hiding terrorists.
What?
Being in a cell together would give us time to work through our problems in our relationship.
No, this is the problem in our relationship.
What?
You and these absurd ideas.
I only want to be with you for the rest of my life.
Mary's phone rings.
Hold on. Oh. Oh dear. Hello, sir. Yes, this is she. Oh, the terrorists are here. Well, I have another confession, sir. Am I here? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I think we've lost.
Oh dear. We've lost Laura. Do you want to step in, Heather, till we get her back?
Sure. If that's the military.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Yes, this is she. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, good. Lost you. Let's take it from, I only want to be with you for the rest of my life. My phone rings. Hold on.
If that's the military.
Hello, sir. Yes, this is she. No, the terrorists aren't here. Well, I have another confession, sir.
Give me that.
Jacqueline grabs the phone out of Mary's hand.
My girlfriend is a needy maniac who made up a story that would get us put in a cell together so we'd have infinite time to work through our issues. Yes, I know she's crazy. Why am I with her? Well, who are you? A couples counselor?
Did you just hang up on the government?
So what if I did?
That might be a felony.
Well, it sounds like they're leaving, so they don't seem to care.
You would rather commit a potential crime than answer the question of why you're in a relationship with me?
It's complicated.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Jacqueline goes to the closet and takes out her mother's old wedding dress.
This is why.
You bought a dress? Does this mean?
It isn't mine, Mary. It's my mother's.
Oh, no, I don't think your mother would fit in that.
It's from a long time ago when she married my father.
Your first father?
The one who participated in my birth, yes.
That does make more sense then. It's a bit out of fashion.
Do you want to have a serious conversation about our love or not?
Our love? So you do love me?
Of course I love you, Mary. If I didn't, I would have left a long time ago. It's not as though you bring much other than yourself to this relationship.
Could have left it at I love you, but all right.
My mother has had many failed marriages. Truly, I think my father was the worst of them. She forgot any hope of being married more than 6 years at a time after him.
It's always 6, isn't it? Odd.
You want to know the truth? I'm afraid to commit seriously because I don't have any example in my life of a lasting relationship. What if I'd be terrible at it? And then there's you, so eager to commit, you're willing to get us arrested. It frightens me.
Jacqueline, we've been together 13 years. That's more than double any marriage your mother's had. Aren't we enough of an example of a lasting relationship?
I never thought of it that way.
Mary goes to pull something out of her pocket.
Mary, if you propose to me right now, I'll call the military back to arrest you.
It's not a ring.
Mary pulls a lottery ticket out of her pocket.
A lottery ticket?
A winning lottery ticket.
Mary?
It's just a little something I can bring to the relationship.
Oh, dear, I do love you.
I love you too.
Why don't we go get some ice cream?
Let's.
End of play.
Yay!
Nice.
Money conquers all.
Nice, Heather.
Beautiful reading.
Sorry about my technical snafu. I'm so curious what happened. I was like just keeping going, and then I was like, "Oh, interesting. Cat's frozen. Oh gosh. Oh no."
I did the same thing. I was like, "Am I still here, or are you still here?"
All right. Well, I know someone who is still here. It's Laura Livingston. So take it away, Laura.
Wow, that's just theater of the absurd there for a bit. Am I still here? Am I the one missing, or am I gone?
Here.
All right. So for my play, I forgot to cast one of the characters, Mike. That's why I printed out page 3 and 4. Do you have it?
Got it.
And I corrected the typo that I put in your one line. So we start with Valpy and Ken off stage. Valpy's on stage. Ken's off stage.
Just kidding.
I will read the stage directions and
your suggestion, Laura?
My suggestion was Jane Eyre. I did not find easier to copy and paste, by the way, but it also makes for a really crazy looking script. But here we go. I will read stage directions as soon as I find the script. Here it is. Okay. All right. It takes place in Mrs. Wilson is sitting at a desk at a 1950s police station reading a paper file.
Oh,
she speaks into an intercom.
Mr. Rochester? Mr. Rochester?
Yes, Mrs. Wilson.
Come in here, please.
Yes, Mrs. Wilson.
He enters, smoking a pipe.
Yes, Mrs. Wilson.
It is a pity that doing one's best does not always answer.
It's a cold case.
That's what we're here for, Mr. Rochester, picking up the threads, long cold, that reservoir of frost and snow, where firm fields of ice, the accumulation of centuries of winters, glazed and alpine heights above heights, surround the pole and concenter the multiplied rigors of extreme cold. We solve them.
Yes, but this case is...
I know. A broken boat stranded on a desolate coast to the cold and ghastly moon glancing through bars of cloud at a wreck just sinking.
I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year.
Not applicable, Mr. Rochester. I'm your superior. We're here to solve crime.
It's just a lady working as a cop. It's...
Spit it out, Mr. Rochester.
I sometimes have a queer feeling with regard to you.
You don't like taking orders from me.
The more solitary, the more friendless, the more unsustained I am, the more I will respect myself.
This isn't about you finding self-respect. This is about us finding the murderer. Remember that, Mr. or you're off the case.
Yes, Mrs. Wilson. Did you find something in the file?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. The smoke.
I saw the smoke in the report. Didn't think it led anywhere.
Not that my fancy was much captivated by the idea of long chimneys and clouds of smoke, but it's a clue.
I don't like it when ladies get fanciful in the workplace.
The file mentions the smell of smoke. I can't help but notice that you smell like smoke right now, Mr. Rochester. You usually smell of smoke. I've noticed it before.
Military helicopters are heard overhead.
I am not an angel.
I'm beginning to realize that.
And I will not be one till I die.
Nor will I. I will be myself.
Run away with me. I'll beat this murder rap because you're right. I am the killer. Let's run off in these military helicopters circling overhead.
Mr. Rochester, you must neither expect nor exact anything celestial of me, for you will not get it, any more than I shall get it of you, which I do not at all anticipate.
Then I'm going to have to kill you too, just like I did the dame who worked here before you, Mrs. Eyre.
She opens a closet and takes out a wedding dress.
Recognize this, Mr. Rochester?
Of course, it's Mother's old wedding dress.
Mother? Is that what you called Mrs. Eyre?
She wanted me to call her Captain.
Yeah, because she was your captain. So am I. You should be calling me Captain.
I sometimes have a queer feeling with regard to you, especially when you are near me, as now. It is as if I had a string somewhere under my left ribs, tightly and inextricably knotted.
That's how you killed Captain Eyre, wasn't it? Knotting the wedding dress around her heart.
Yes! I wondered how long it would take you to notice the dress in the closet. She was asking for it. Who leaves her wedding dress at work?
A very busy woman. Someone who barely has time to get married.
It's unwomanly.
He tries to strangle her with the dress.
And now I'll tie a similar string situated in the corresponding quarter of your little frame.
She pulls a lottery ticket out of the dress pocket.
Look, the winning ticket.
The window smashes open. The military enters.
Drop the
How I
dress!
hired the copters with the prize money.
Drop the dress, Rochester!
Purses!
Extricating herself from the dress.
I am afraid that cord of communion will be snapped.
End of play.
They get crazy.
Langston does it again.
Oh boy.
Nice.
They get crazier and crazier.
That's the most wonderful thing I ever saw.
Why Why would I think that would help? Getting random suggestions and randomly quoting from another piece. And the very little typing I did on my own, just for those of you who can see the script, was riddled with typos. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for finding your way through that.
That was fun.
Lisa, Miss Lisa Gay Thompson, what about your play?
Well, my play comes after the suggestion of the first line, I was born, and comedy. So, I tried for the second, but I did include the first. Ken and Kat are playing the roles. This is a world premiere of Mrs. Ledbetter Hits Bottom, and I'll be reading stage directions. And let me disappear.
I was born.
Mrs. Ledbetter, when I asked you to begin at the beginning, I didn't mean you should go that far back.
You said you wanted to understand what happened here.
Yeah, here, today, not 50 years ago.
50? Well.
Whatever. I was speaking rhetorically.
Don't you mean metaphorically?
It's anecdotally, no?
We could go on like this forever. We're not getting any closer to a solution.
Fine. Tell me what happened from the beginning, the thing that happened.
I woke up in a bad mood because it was run out of the good cream, and I simply detest anything less from my tea.
Really, Mrs. Ledbetter, can't you be more concise, to the point, on purpose?
I understand concise, Inspector McCheese. My state of mind this morning is pertinent to the events that occurred this afternoon.
Fine, go on.
I couldn't get my bearings. Without tea, I am simply not myself.
Yeah, I get that. I need my maraschino frappuccino.
I called for Jasper.
When you said you called,
I rang.
On your iPhone.
No, my dear man, I rang with my silver bell. How will you ever be able to understand this narrative? The bell is there on the table next to my tea service.
I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year.
You're used to red and white checked tablecloths?
No need to be mean. I'm here to help you, remember? But listen, the burlap. Can you tell me what this tiny, suspicious fragment of burlap belongs to?
No idea. It must have been dropped off by somebody in my service.
Mm-hmm. Suspicious burlap next to the tea cozy. What happened after you rang for Jeeves?
Jasper.
Let's just call him the butler, shall we?
Fine, I prefer that.
Let's skip ahead. Did the butler come when you rang?
No.
What happened next?
I rang again.
I'm sure you did, lady. I meant after that.
I heard a loud thud and what sounded like a scream.
Wait a minute. First a thud, then a scream. Are you sure?
Quite. I have exquisite breeding. I only say exactly what I mean.
And mean what you say, right?
Are you making fun of me?
They hear the sound of military helicopters overhead.
The word must be out. We need to speed up the telling of the narrative.
Is that the press come to smear the good Ledbetter name with news of his death?
Your butler.
Poor Jasper.
His name wasn't Jasper.
We've been through this. It wasn't Jeeves.
That neither. Your Jasper was a top military man. All the honors, top of the line, active duty.
And what in God's name was he doing here?
You're not getting it. He wasn't with our side.
Russian?
Yeah, the dirty dog was long entrenched, a spy in our country for the past 50 years.
Jasper?
Sergei Nikolov.
But we have no secrets. But for a lurid affair now and then, nothing the Russians would care about.
Let's cut to the chase, Hilda. I mean, Irina Nikolov.
How dare you?
There's no use disclaiming.
Now you're back to rhetorical.
Yeah, know what I mean. No use denying it.
I believe I'll call my lawyer.
Here's your silver bell.
Funny, hand me my iPhone.
We picked up your lawyer an hour ago. It's all over but the booking.
Hey, you can't open my closet without a warrant.
Inspector McCheese hands her a warrant.
That's my mother's wedding dress. Please don't get your grubby fingers all over it.
Here's how I see it, Irina. The dress is lace on the outside, but burlap on the inside. And hidden in the burlap is this cyanide capsule that you wish you had hidden in your mouth right now. The one that Sergei took just as we pulled up, not after the tea service, not because there was no cream.
Hilda reaches into her pocket, looking for the other cyanide tablet, but instead pulls out the winning lottery ticket.
Inspector, care to drop the charges and swoon away to Cancun?
It's rough in Cancun without heavy cream for your tea. But then again, it'll be even rougher in prison. Come on, hands behind your back.
Blackout.
Yay.
All right, you guys. All right. Oh, that was thrilling. That was thrilling.
I was so happy when the burlap and lace came back in.
Nice going, Lisa Gay Thompson. Reincorporation. We love that.
All right, my friends, we have one more play for you tonight before we hear our last play brought to you by Miss Valpy. Let me remind you all that right after our show tonight, we're going to have a talk back. So everybody hang out for 10 minutes and we'll chat with the playwrights about their process and we can offer any feedback or ideas that we would like to offer. So please stick around for our talk back. All right, Valpy, take it away.
Okay, cool. The suggestion that I received was 5-minute dating rounds. And so this starts with Laura Livingston playing Jessica and Ken Adams playing Ben on screen. And then Mike Durkin will be the host off screen and I will read stage directions and sound effects. So let me get my face out of here. And this is untitled as of now. All right, here we go. Right, that's the wrong one. Okay. Ding.
Rotate. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's it.
Rotate.
Hi, I'm Jessica. She, her, but I really don't mind they, them. I would be totally cool with the they, them. I'm just not used to it. But I don't want to stop you from they, them-ing me. So she, her, they, them, it's all good. I'm 38, have 3 cats, but I swear I'm not a cat lady. I work in marketing, but I like the fun kind. I actually like my job and I'm pretty good at it too, if I do say so myself. I like to travel, love to travel. Like I'm up for going almost anywhere in the world, like I've done, Europe, South Africa, Australia. I really want to go to Iceland maybe next, I was thinking, and they have really good deals on flights in the off season, and you can see the Northern Lights, I heard. So I was thinking Iceland next, but seriously, just so you know, I'm really not a cat lady. Like any one of my cats can go like at any time. I'm like not attached, like not a deal breaker. What else? No, I'm forgetting something.
Was it something about how you're also really good at talking super fast?
No, that wasn't it. Well, we don't have that much time. And so I wanted to be prepared so that I could listen more, give you a chance to tell me about yourself.
So should I go now?
Yes, please go.
Okay, sure.
Uh-huh. Yes. Anything. You could just tell me anything.
Let's see.
We don't have much to, your name. What's your name?
Oh, right. That's a good start. Ben. My name's Ben.
Great. Anything else?
I didn't realize burlap and lace were in this year.
Thank you for noticing. They actually will be in next year. It's this brand that we're promoting at work, and I get to wait, was that a dig on my outfit?
No, 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 not at all. I think it's really unique.
Well, thanks. Okay, so anything else you'd like to share about yourself?
Yeah. You know what I just realized? I really don't like this. This talking like we've just met, but
We did just meet.
but it's not talking like we just met, you know? I mean, if we just met out in the world, you know, like at a cat food store,
The grocery store.
the grocery store. If we just met at the grocery store, we wouldn't all of a sudden just spew random facts about ourselves, you know? That stuff, this stuff, it all comes out later.
If we just met at the grocery store.
Yeah. Or on a plane, you know, to Iceland, to Reykjavik, and we were sitting next to each other. We would, you know, chit chat, I guess, maybe flirt a little.
If we met on a plane, I'd probably put my headphones in or read a book or something. I'm really not chatty on planes. It's always awkward, don't you think? You start chatting and then you figure out you don't have much in common, or you really don't want to continue the conversation, and then you've got 5 hours left to sit next to this person. It's just better if you never start.
Military helicopters are heard overhead.
I guess that's why I'm here. I never just meet people. I mean, I didn't ever just meet people out there. Did you?
I guess I didn't. That's why they sent me here. Last chance.
Oh, how old are?
39 years, 342 days.
Oh, cutting it close. I'm sorry.
And for some reason, I can't seem to. You're so good. It's impressive how you can just share about yourself so openly.
Thanks. It's probably the marketing training, you know, but I guess maybe I've been so focused on my work. I haven't been thinking about the greater good, you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
So we just got to take a chance, I guess.
Yes. Well, I do. I definitely do. Or
I still know almost nothing about you, but you do know how to pronounce Reykjavik, or at least I think that's how you pronounce it. So yes. Let's take a chance.
Jessica gets up and crosses the crowded barracks where they have been sitting on cots opposite each other. She opens a closet and takes out her mother's old wedding dress. Ding!
Rotate.
Wait, we were just about to.
Too late. Guards, educate this man on how to rotate.
Jessica runs back toward Ben, dodging cots and people with her large wedding dress in hand, while 2 military men drag Ben by the arms to the next set of cots and pin him to the seat.
And you, spinster number 32589.
My name is Jessica.
Or you will stay at this station until you have found a suitable mate, or until your ovaries shrivel away, or until you turn 40 years old, whichever comes first.
Or until.
Jessica pulls a winning lottery ticket out of her pocket.
Ha! That's right. I don't have to be here. I won't. I can grow as old as I like. I don't have to be here, but I don't want to be alone. And my cats, I mean, I'm really not a cat lady. Any of them can go. I am really not attached.
End of play.
Yikes.
It's like a Margaret Atwood play.
How true, how true. Well, that was really something. So listen, guys.
Oh, Mike, want to come back on? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh, okay. Here's what I want to do. I want to do this so smoothly that I think it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. And of course, as usual, I don't. And I'm so sorry. I got to do this, and then 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 I got to say to all of you that the Right Away Tonight finishes our second season of monthly performances, and we started doing this hoping that you'd join us and join us and hope that you'd have some fun joining us and continue to come back and join us. And many of you have. Many of you are so very familiar, and we thank you so very much. We couldn't do it without you. Literally, we could not do this without you. You are our inspirations. Some of you have supported our companies through the years, and we honor you with this role. And if you thought that this last couple of hours that you spent with us might be worth a couple of bucks, well, Ken and I encourage you to check out our websites and make whatever contribution you feel you can. And it's not just the money. It's the partnership. It's the community that's reflected. And once again, so very much, we thank you, and do come back with us next month, May 23rd. Thanks for being with us tonight.
All right, my friends, what an awesome bunch of plays you wrote. Everybody, we invite you to come on screen if you'd like to chat with us a little bit and say hello to the playwrights. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Karen. Who else we have out there? Well, oh, hey, Nancy, come on back, won't you? Thank you. All right, well, I have a question to kick things off for the writers, and that is, when you are writing these plays, are you keeping in mind the cast you have available to you, and how does that affect what you write? Laura, are you raising your hand there?
No, I just happen to have it up there. I think often I do have the cast in mind, but this time I didn't. I actually was just so kind of overwhelmed by all the random stuff I threw at myself that I just tried to slap it together for all I was worth. But at other times, yeah, I really have, and it's been really fun to just think of, this is not only who is here to read it, but having done a lot of improvisation in person with most of the cast members, to think about other characters they've played and types of roles they've done.
What did you do, Laura? Just go on the internet, cut large swaths of the book and put it on the page and then write dialogue in between it?
The first thing I found was quotes. And the other thing, and so I just slap them in every so often. And then another thing I thought, like the word cold and the word smoke, because I remembered there's a fire that you hear, at the end there's a fire. So I typed in cold and threw in some quotes about that and threw in some quotes about smoke.
It reminded me of the one-sided scenes that we do in improvisation, or that we have done in the jams, where the host will read a line of dialogue and then the participant writes the next line of dialogue, and everybody.
That's the way I started thinking about it. And I don't know why I said it in a police station. But I do know why I said it in the 60s, because honestly, I think Jane Eyre's a chump for marrying that guy. And I've always thought so. so I was thinking like, a 50s sort of situation where the woman goes, but I love him anyway.
I will, admit my shame and confess that at the top of your play, it did not occur to me that she would be the boss and I would be the administrative assistant. So I wasn't perhaps playing it with the right attitude because I assumed I was the boss.
Well, I think that actually for this, I thought it was really good because I thought like he thinks he's the boss, even though she's the boss.
I admit, I didn't think so either. I thought, yeah, it's because it said like 1950s and I totally assumed that, yep. I was like, oh, I'm the secretary. Should have known, Lord Livingston. Should have known.
Did any of the writers have anything else on that bit about writing for certain people? Or if you do that outside of Right Away, Heather, I know that you write and you have a group of colleagues at your university that perform plays. Do you find yourself writing for actors you know?
Not a ton. There's a limited you limit yourself a little bit if you only write stuff for the people at your college and your little club. But here I was definitely thinking about, who I've got access to, and it's always fun to write with some people in mind here anyway.
I'll just say, I sort of trust that whatever I write, there are going to be people here who are going to do amazing readings of it beyond what should be possible. So I always feel like I can do whatever I want and people will make it come to life. But I know that we do have playwrights who actually write our name. Like they don't even bother with character names. They just write our names in. So I always find that interesting.
I think I did that once. I don't know if it was in a show or rehearsal, but I think there was one time that I was like, oh yeah, remember to write. I'm probably 50-50 on remembering and thinking about it or not, but there was, yeah, I'm just going to put their names here. Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes I've thought about it. Lately, I haven't, but I have to admit that in the middle of this one, I knew, Ken, that you'd be playing the inspector. And, and then once I knew that, it really did inform how that character spoke after that. So that's interesting. And I think a lot of it is, it's in there. I may not be thinking about it, but I know who I have, but I feel like I feel like anybody could do anything.
Lisa, I hope you won't mind. I'd like to share that actor's note you sent me before we read. Sure. And then I'd be curious I'm not sure that I fulfilled it brilliantly, but anyway, Lisa sent me an actor's note. It says, in my play, you are low status, just in case it isn't clear at the beginning. So I hope I realized that the way you would have hoped me to, but do you want to share a little bit about what was your thought there? Why was that an important note for you as the writer?
Well, I had also written to Kat and, just told her she's upper crust. And because I thought, that it may not be clear in the beginning, and I didn't write any cast notes. And I thought if you came in, since you're called an inspector, that you might come in like, oh, I'm an inspector, I'm bossing this woman around. But the fact that your last name was McCheese might have given away your status. But I thought it would be better if you knew that from the beginning.
I thought maybe you were going for like a Columbo type of thing.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of, I didn't have time to think it through, but I think it would have been funny if Kat had been like very upper crust and definitely in England, and then you were like the New York cop. Oh, I thought that would have been
Jerry
funny.
Orbach.
I didn't think about it. So,
Karen Harold, did I see your hand pop up there?
I wondered, just for the writers, what of the suggestions, what was the most challenging to incorporate? Or maybe they weren't, maybe they were just easy and made it fine.
The one that I feel like I didn't make important was the lace and burlap. And in fact, even when Mike or Ken reiterated what the suggestions were, I went, I forgot the lace and burlap. That didn't stick with me in this one. And that's why I was so happy that Lisa went back to it. And I don't know why that is, just probably because it was the first one, and got so busy, but it's not so much, I think, sometimes throwing them in. It's like keeping them in, making them important. And I guess in a way it was important in mine, because I made him be condescending about her wearing those clothes, but the actual being that didn't stick with it.
I was trying extra hard because I think that I do tend to just, okay, I throw it in and then it's gone. And I was trying really hard to really be informed by every suggestion and not just, okay, I know where I'm going and I'm going there.
Cheryl, do you have something to say? Is that your little hand up in the corner?
Yeah, I put my little electronic hand up. Thank you for this experience. This was my first time here. I will be back. And I just wanted to say that I'm a performing artist in different ways over the years, East Coast and now in Vegas. And it's been fun to watch writers act, because that isn't always the case. And for you to read each other's work with such artistic passion and humor, sometimes depending on your character, was really wonderful to see it come to life. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, let me clear something up and apologize. Laura, I totally mangled the guest for next month, right? Is it Chris Marcel or Alex?
No, it's Chris.
It is Chris. Okay.
Oh, did I? Yeah, there may be some in the script. I may have typed in what's coming up.
No. That's okay. Good. Then I'm glad. Then I had it all right. Because I'm looking at the script and I thought I had made a mistake. But I apologize. I was a bit confused when I was making that announcement. So I apologize for that. May 23rd, Chris Marcel is our guest. And it'll be wonderful. So I do hope.
So here's a backstage thing, audience. We have a host script, and apparently I sent out a host script to. We don't always have the same hosts. We pass that job around, and I sent out what I was thinking was a boilerplate, but obviously I filled in some blanks from before, so I got to go back and make them blank again.
Yes, and well, it doesn't matter. But anyway, yes. So thank you. How about we call it a night, everybody, huh? This was an awesome show. Thank you to all of our visitors for coming. Please come back. Thank you, playwrights. You're all wonderful. Thank you, Michael Durkin, for sharing the hosting with me.
Thank you, Ken Adams.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful evening, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Night.
Oh, sorry, Laura. All my papers got out of order and the scripts were intermixed with them, and I was just fumbling around as the host a little bit.
Oh, okay. I obviously didn't see it because I was off writing.
And this is Heather calling. Wait, hold on. Well, all right. I will see you soon, okay?
All right. I miss going out for a beer afterwards and coming up with genius ideas for other shows.
Well, we should just hang out and we should have a Zoom dinner again sometime.
Yeah. All right. Hi to Heather.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.